From dares that ended up horribly wrong.
This kid jumped off! Oh my God!
To full-blown drunken meltdowns which ruined the cruise ship experience for everyone on it.
The gentleman that was drunk said that he was going to kill us, and then he started chasing us down the hallway.
Chaos on a cruise caught on camera.
We are looking at the dumbest cruise ship passengers in history. The ones who made international headlines for all of the wrong reasons. We begin with one of the most infuriating mistakes ever made at sea. It's March 2006. The Star Princess is sailing peacefully through the night when around 3 a.m. someone flicks a cigarette off of the upper deck. Just a single butt, but the wind catches it, launching it straight onto a lower balcony where it lands on a towel drying in the night air. Flames erupt, and in just 2 minutes, that single balcony is engulfed. 10 minutes later, the fire had spread to dozens more. As alarms blaze and passengers scramble to muster stations, terrified and half asleep,
the boat is on fire. Oh, should we evacuate?
Yes, we should!
Crew members battle the blaze for over an hour and a half. When it is over, 270 cabins are destroyed. The ship diverts to Montego Bay for emergency repairs. Nobody ever finds the smoker, but one careless flick changed everything, leading to new balcony sprinklers and a strict no smoking rule across the entire cruise industry. Next up, meet the YouTubers who treated a luxury cruise like a prank set.
I'm gonna really try to take advantage of the pranks and fuck with some people, just troll them and shit.
A group boarded Celebrity Cruises with one mission: to get kicked off and fast. They started small with inappropriate jokes to staff and fellow guests, but things escalated during the welcome comedy show.
Let's go.
Come down, please.
Oh, sorry, I was hyping him up.
All right.
Crew tried to de-escalate, but the group kept pushing with sarcastic questions, mocking voices, and baiting responses. The awkward tension reached its peak just as the real comedian took the stage.
How are you guys all doing? What's the whole deal with you guys?
Doing all right. We just come to terrible comedy shows, just to like.
No, I've been here for 5 minutes. I'll come down there and smack you in the mouth if you don't.
Sure.
What followed was not a punchline, but an order. They were kicked off the ship immediately, less than 24 hours into their 5-day trip. 1 day aboard, 0 regrets, and all for a few chaotic clips and a little internet fame. Speaking of reckless stunts for attention, this next one could have ended with a body overboard. On Royal Caribbean Symphony of the Seas, one passenger woke up still drunk, barely standing. Spotting his friends on a balcony 11 decks up, he suddenly bets that he can jump. Not into the pool, but off of the actual ship.
Oh my God! Holy.
They laugh as he climbs the railing 125 feet above the ocean and then leaps. Now, the fall alone has a 95% fatality rate, but by sheer dumb luck, he survives. A nearby tugboat rushes in for the rescue, but the survival came at a price. The impact shattered his tailbone and injured his neck so badly that he couldn't sleep for 3 days. He later admitted he thought he had died the second he hit the water. The entire group was instantly kicked off and permanently banned from all Royal Caribbean cruises. 1 second of adrenaline and a lifetime of consequences. Now let's rewind to a cruise that spiraled into chaos over a pair of flip-flops. On day 1 of a 10-night journey aboard the Carnival Legend in Australian waters, a passenger accidentally stepped on another guest's flip-flop. He apologized, but the other man, who was clearly intoxicated, escalated fast. Security had to intervene to prevent a full-on brawl, but that wasn't the end. Over the next 3 days, the offended man and his family, 22 others in total, began harassing staff and fellow guests non-stop. The tensions escalated across the ship until security was forced to handcuff all 23 individuals. The captain diverted the ship from its original route, making an emergency stop just to remove the group from on board. Back on land, the family tried to sue Carnival, claiming abuse. Carnival denied any wrongdoing, apologized to the other passengers, and offered partial refunds to everyone else.
Not here,
The family received nothing and was permanently banned from ever cruising again. After brawls and balcony leaps, you would think that we had hit peak chaos, but sometimes crew stupidity comes disguised as helpfulness. In Cozumel, Mexico, a Royal Caribbean passenger left his phone behind on a tour bus. A friend of an entirely different cruise ship docked nearby decided that he would return it.
We're moving. You better hurry, we're moving.
But by the time he got to the port, the ship was already pulling away from the dock. So naturally, he did what any wildly ill-advised genius might. He tried to throw the phone across the gap onto the moving cruise ship.
Oh, my head!
Dozens watched as the phone sailed through the air, missed the deck completely, and plummeted straight into the sea. The phone was gone and the thrower was fined on the spot by port authorities for public misconduct and littering. No arrest, no injury, but a shining example of how not to reunite a man with his phone. Then came the case that left even seasoned sailors stunned. In August 2018, aboard the Norwegian Star, a British woman got into an argument with her boyfriend. Tensions flared, and somewhere in the dark, quiet stretch of the Adriatic Sea, 60 miles from shore, she jumped from the ship's 7th deck. Now, the fall alone should have ended it. The ship was alerted and a search began. For hours, there was nothing. The ocean offered no clues. But 10 hours later, Croatian Coast Guard teams located her, alive, floating in open water. She was conscious, coherent, and singing. Later, she said that meditation had helped her stay calm and to conserve energy.
Water for 10 hours. Okay. So these wonderful guys rescued me.
Your name is?
Kay. I am very lucky to be alive.
Medical staff confirmed that she was in shock, but otherwise physically unharmed. No official charges were filed, but questions followed about alcohol, mental state, and how she had survived something few ever do. Still, the cruise continued on, one passenger short. Now, some stories hover between recklessness and disaster. In 2010, aboard Holland America's Rindam, a 44-year-old California businessman spent the night drinking wine, vodka, and martinis before washing it all down with some Ambien. Disoriented but curious, he wandered into a restricted crew area around 5:30 a.m. Having owned a 50-foot yacht back home, he figured he would try the anchor out. So while the ship cruised at 18 knots, he dropped it. The sudden drag caused a violent lurch throughout the vessel. Moments later, the captain noticed a life buoy drifting behind the ship and feared that someone had fallen overboard. A full emergency muster was called for all 1,600 passengers. No one was missing, but one man was in handcuffs. He later confessed that he did it just for fun, but authorities didn't find it amusing. He was sentenced to 4 months in jail, 3 years of probation, and fined $7,500 for nearly endangering everyone on board. Moving on, the obsession with viral fame has turned cruise decks into dangerous stages. In one case, a passenger grew impatient during immigration clearance, a routine process that cruise ships follow before passengers can disembark into a new country. Instead of waiting, he jumped overboard into the Caribbean, hoping for a head start on paradise. But by leaping without permission, he entered the country illegally. He was pulled from the water, detained by local authorities, deported, and then banned for life from Carnival cruises. Then came another case, this time on Princess Cruises, where a man had his friend film from the pier as he jumped off of the ship's bow. It wasn't subtle. Security caught both immediately. They were removed at the next port and permanently banned as well. No viral fame, no applause, just 2 more names added to the growing list of passengers who took the plunge and then lost everything for it. Some boarded for paradise and left with prison time, bans, or worse. Proof that common sense doesn't always set sail. Which of these cruise passengers do you think made the dumbest decision?